Okay guys, I had several people actually want to see the little tomato gadget that we had and see how I did the process. So I'm going to put the camera right down on it so you guys can see how it works, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about it. You guys won't see the time lapse because I'll cut that out. But anyway, I went and grabbed another pot. I have a water bath canner that I was actually dipping that out of. What we did was we took the tomatoes and we just cored them. I didn't. Hillbilly did all that. He just cored them and then cut them into big hunks, squished them all up, stuck them on the stove, and let them cook down just a little bit. You seen when the machine was working, all of my seeds and peeling go into one container, and all the juice, went into this. And I am pouring it into a separate pot, and once I go through all the tomatoes that we've cooked down, then I run this second pot back through again just to make sure that we got any skin or anything like that out, and then it'll go directly into my jars and I'm done. I do pressure can my tomato juice, even though you can water bath can it, and that is just fine. I pressure can it because I can do more at once because my canner is large. I think I can do 18 pints at one time. So like the 14 that I did the other day when we did tomato juice, I did those in one time and I was done. Pressure can it for 10 minutes, woohoo. Spend less time in the kitchen that way, less time in the heat, and I'm a happy girl. I will probably do another video later and let you see what they all look like when they're done. I hope that you liked watching how the machine worked, and I'm going to turn this off so you don't have to be bored and just watch me crank all day. And actually it's not all day. I'll have this whole thing done in less than 20 minutes. Once you get the first one through, you know what you're doing and you go a little bit faster, but hopefully I showed you. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the bottom. I did find this machine that you can buy now. The only problem that I had with the machine, when you take this all apart to clean it, the handle comes off. It's all one metal piece. The new ones look to me like they're plastic and they'll break easier. So if I were to purchase one, since the Hillbilly can do anything metal anyway, I would have him make me a metal handle. This machine is well over 30 years old and still works wonderfully. The newer one, I'm sure, would do the same. But like I said, I would worry about that handle. Okay, I told you guys before that I was putting this in 2 pots because I was going to run it all through again, and it was just a brain fart senior moment there. I wasn't thinking. I was trying to hurry and get it all done. This is what I have left. That was about half a 5-gallon bucket of tomatoes. That is what I'm going to run through again. And just so you guys can see how much it does, my pitcher's empty. I'll throw all this back in and show you what I get out of this by doing a second time. Oh, after I make a great big mess. And like John always tells me, you did something wrong if you're not making a mess. I do a lot of things right. All right. Now, there's the dish of the remnants. And this is what I had just by running that through a second time. I'll now dump this back with all of it, and then when I go to put it in my jars, which will be ready and sterilized and all that good stuff, I'll stir it up a little bit, dish it out in my jars. That way, that's what you get when you have a hillbilly running your camera for you. Thanks, honey. I'll stir everything up in the pot really good to make sure it's a consistent flavor. Put them in my jars. I'll put a teaspoon of salt in them, seal them up, heat my canner up, 10 minutes and I'm done. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you have any questions about the little gadget, which by the way I get to keep because his dad isn't using it right now, and he said, oh, you'll need it next year. His dad really doesn't do this much anymore, and he still has tomato juice that he's already done from years or so past, and he's still drinking that. And I told the hillbilly, since he's letting me use his machine, and most of my jars came from him or from his parents, so we'll do some of this and we'll give him some of ours. So I've got a cool machine to use. I'm going to pressure can them. I already told them that. Like I said, I pressure can them just because I can fit more in my pressure canner. I'd have to have at least 2 water bath canners on the stove to do in one batch what I can do in one pressure canner. So we're going to pressure can these, just 10 minutes real quick, all done, and then we'll have tomato juice. And you can see I haven't washed and labeled my jars yet to put these ones up. I got all the tomatoes up that I showed you the other day. This is a pint of juice, and maybe later when I do another video and show you the end result, I'll show you the little lids that I picked up. I want to get some more of. The hillbilly can slap a plastic lid on this and drink right out of the jar. That's why I did the pints. I don't think those would work. Let me see one. We're coming up with all kinds of ideas here. Where's one of my clean jars? Nope, that's too big. And it's too small for the quarts. So, the little lids so far are all I have found. I have found the screw-on lids like this one that we were just seeing if it would work. This goes on my, yeah, I did Slim Fast. This one on my Slim Fast cup. Put it all in there. I can close it and shake it up. They have these kind of lids. They're a little thicker for wide mouth and regular mouth jars, but they are expensive. It's one of the things I want to save up and get a few little by little. For 4, 2 wide and 2 small mouth, 2 wide and 2 regular mouth, I think it was $28. But they are very sturdy plastic lids that you screw on, and it has the little pop-up top so you can drink right out of them. So if I get those, you'll be seeing them, but it'll probably be a little bit before I pick those ones up, and I'll show you the other ones on the next vid. So we'll talk at you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay guys, I had to run and do a couple of things, so I thought I'd turn the camera back on really quick and show you these. And I bought these just because of the tomato juice, but I'm sure we'll be using them for a million things. I've only got a couple of them because these were actually being clearanced out. They were considered a summer item. Get a clean regular mouth jar here. And I'm going to prove myself wrong because they don't work. Great.